Imagine having the power to carry your gaming sanctuary with you, untethered from the confines of a static setup. Logitech G Cloud isn't a mere device, it's your ticket to freedom in the gaming universe. It's that secret weapon you can slip into your pocket, ensuring your adventures seamlessly follow you wherever life takes you. The G Cloud gaming handheld from Logitech breaks my heart. Playing games on it is a lot of fun. It's easier on the hands than the Nintendo Switch, and it works great most of the time. When connected to a cloud gaming service, it felt like using a portable Xbox or that a $1,500 game PC had been squeezed into a very small space. A lot of the time, it's just a bad Android computer with a keyboard attached to it. It's not fun to use. It does have access to a huge library of Android games, but it was very frustrating to try to play games like Fortnite or Genshin Impact on its slow hardware. It costs $349.99, which is the same as a Nintendo Switch OLED and almost the same as a Steam Deck. However, both of those are still good game systems when the internet goes down. If it were cheaper, these problems wouldn't go away, but it would be easier to suggest to more people, like people who work from home and are always near Wi-Fi, or people who already have a good gaming PC and want a comfortable handheld to stream their games locally. It does that very well. Logitech isn't just going up against Nintendo, Valve, and the many other niche mobile makers like Aya, Onex Player, and GPT. It's also going up against the phone or tablet you already have. The two best apps on this gadget, Xbox Cloud Gaming and NVIDIA GeForce Now, can be used on almost any Android or iOS telephone or tablet. Then it's simple to connect a controller you already have, like an Xbox controller, a Backbone 1, or a Razer Kishi V2. You can then start playing games. Connecting a controller to a smartphone isn't the most comfortable or easy way to play cloud games. The G Cloud gaming handheld is, but unless those words really hit home for you. It looks like cloud games and portable systems would work great together. You don't have to spend a lot of money on a game PC or worry about what gear will fit in your phone. Instead, you pay a monthly fee to let someone else do the heavy work. Trusting cloud services to keep your platform running is a bad idea, but Logitech's method of not being tied to any one platform isn't nearly as risky as, say, Google Stadia. When Logitech talks about cloud game services, they mean very good ones that don't seem to be going away anytime soon. People who have Game Pass Ultimate can use Xbox Cloud Gaming, which gives them access to more than 200 Xbox games, ranging from popular independent games to AAA games made by Microsoft's teams. NVIDIA GeForce Now is more like movies anywhere than Netflix. It brings together many of the PC games you already own on Steam, Epic Game Store, or Ubisoft Connect in one place. The basic plan is free, but you can only watch in 720p for an hour at a time. This level costs $9.99 a month and lets you play for 4 hours at 1080p/60 frames per second, which is the same specs as the G Cloud gaming handheld screen. The Google Play Store adds more ways to play PC games you already own on the G Cloud gaming handheld. You can stream games from your PC, whether you're at home or away, as long as Steam is on and running with the Steam Link app that comes with the game. If your PC has an NVIDIA GPU, you should definitely try Moonlight. It's a free, open-sourced app that makes games look great and feel surprisingly fast. Moonlight and Steam Link can both work over a local network, but you need good networking gear to enjoy the event. The PS Remote Play app from Sony lets you play games from your PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 5, but it doesn't work with the G Cloud gaming handheld's built-in tools. If you don't connect a DualShock 4 or DualSense via Bluetooth, you can only use the touchscreen controls. This defeats the point of using this gadget instead of your phone. There are some differences between the G Cloud gaming handheld and the Nintendo Switch. The G Cloud gaming handheld has a D-pad on the left instead of 4 separate buttons, and the ABXY buttons on the right are set up like on an Xbox. There are ARM keys that click and rotary triggers that move far enough to be useful. The controls were laid out, made to feel good, and designed very well by Logitech. It's important to know what the home button and the spring yellow G button do. When you press the home button, the handheld's app choice will always be right there. Holding it down brings up a shade with quick settings like volume and brightness dials. The G button is sometimes used for different things. When you press it in the Xbox Cloud Gaming app, it brings up the Xbox home screen where you can see what your friends are doing, see your awards, or end a game. It gets me home when you press it in the GeForce Now screen, but it doesn't do anything in-game during a cloud session. On the bottom of the machine, there are two small speaker holes next to the USB-C port and 3.5mm headphone jack. It's not a surprise that headphones sound better than these speakers. You can use headphones that are wired, Bluetooth, or a USB-C audio transmission, which is now built into some game speakers. Just so you know, the USB-C port can only charge, connect to a computer, or pass through music. It can't send video. Snapdragon 720G is what the G Cloud gaming handheld runs on, but it doesn't have cellular connectivity. In 2020, an intermediate CPU was announced. The Samsung Galaxy A52 and a lot of other phones that came out outside of the US use it. It's fast enough to open apps, load new pages from the Google Play Store, and play games like Dead Cells that don't use a lot of resources. But most games with a lot of graphics take a long time to load. Sadly, it can't do more than one thing at once. Every time you open a new app, it asks you to close the one you were in. It comes with 64 gigabytes of storage space and can be expanded with a micro SD card. The battery life lives up to Logitech's claims, letting you play games for about 12 hours on a single charge. One cool thing about this is that you can play a game for an hour without draining the battery too quickly. This is different from using a tablet that runs games directly on the hardware. The 7-inch screen is the same size as the ones on the Steam Deck and Switch OLED system, but the Logitech screen isn't nearly as bright as an OLED. Still, games look great when the Wi-Fi is working right, small text is easy to read, and pictures aren't too aliased. It was smooth enough that you forgot you were playing games on faraway sites sometimes. There were only a few times when the picture quality was fuzzy or skewed though. Stream video looks great too, as long as you don't mind being seen holding the phone in portrait view to use Netflix and other services. It was weird to watch Cyberpunk edge runners on the train while holding the controller with two hands, but it worked. The custom Android 11 layout works, but it's not anything special. It sets up apps in horizontal tiles across the screen, with the most current ones at the top. The Options button is near the top right corner of the front of the handheld. Pressing it will add a fixed spot for a chosen app below the moving tiles. There are only two color schemes and backgrounds that come with the software, but they both look very gamer-like. It's pretty simple stuff. You'll get the same set of apps that come with every Android phone or tablet that supports Google Play. Logitech doesn't do much more than the bare minimum to hide the fact that you're using an Android computer. One example is that it sends you to Google's very simple settings page when you need more advanced choices, which is strange. It rattles to let you know about notifications, but they are hidden in a setting called Messages in the top box of choices. Before you go, don't forget to hit that like button if you're as excited about the Logitech G Cloud as we are, and subscribe to stay updated on the latest in gaming innovation. Share your thoughts in the comments below. How do you envision Logitech G Cloud transforming your gaming experience? Until next time, happy gaming, explorers of the digital frontier.